Alright, so in Gumball, there's a lot of foolishness that goes around in this show, but the people that portray this foolishness the most is the Watersons. And out of all the Watersons, the one who portrays this most is, of course, this bitch. Now, first, I'm going to start off by admitting that Richard isn't the worst character out of the entire show. I mean, he does have some good points about it, but the overall representation of a big-ass lazy man-child who doesn't take care of his family and can't put together one brain cell inside of his head to function correctly just rubs me the wrong way. And before those weird niggas get in the comments talking about, Devin, it's a kid show. Why are you watching it in the first place? The show's not for you anyways. You're weird for even turning it on. One, you're very talented at dick sucking, and I could tell that your mother taught you. And for two, I grew up watching the show. This is just me reminiscing about how bad this dude was. At that point on Cartoon Network when I was younger, Richard was probably my least favorite character, next to Muscle Man's dirty ass. I hated how they made him such a bum, and he was kind of corny too. The only Chad in the house was his son Gumball.
It's for you to decide, young man.
Why you're under my roof? You're following my rules, old lady.
I don't think anyone should follow your 12 meals a day rule.
So today I'm going to take a trip down memory lane about all the times that Richard pissed me off. Disclaimer though, this is going to be a hating ass video because I am a hating ass nigga. So we start off with Richard's dirty ass trying to be funny and handing Gumball salt instead of sugar for his cereal. So Gumball, being the super Chad that he is, ends up spitting back on his father immediately. And since Richard can't take a break, he runs off crying. But Nicole tells Gumball and Darwin that they need to go apologize to Richard. Like that'll ever happen. So he slides up on Gumball and Darwin with a new present. And it's supposed to be some shoes filled with some chili or dog shit or cat food. I don't remember. It was nasty. And Gumball and Darwin are stupid, so they don't fall for it. Richard has to return these dirty ass kicks back to the shoe store. But the clerk isn't going to take them because they have stuff in it. So he puts back on the shitty ass shoes and walks out of the shoe store. What a disgusting beast. Moving forward, Richard is trying to figure out a way to prank his son, so he listens to a tape on how to learn how to prank. But he leaves the room to grab some snacks. And as soon as he leaves, Gumball and Darwin replace his tape with their new one, which tells Richard's stupid ass to get on top of the house and dance around like a ballerina and slap his face. How is he not catching a charge for this right now? And if you made it this far through the tape, it means your dumbass got pranked. Moving forward, Gumball and Darwin's prank started to get a little ruthless because their father is in there sleeping and they had the bright idea to sail him down the river, which led into the ocean. Hell kid. So Richard comes back in the house mad as shit with no clothes on. So you know what? I'm gonna give him a pass on this. So Richard tries to spin back on his kids by putting a cast iron pan on top of the door. I'm taking back the free pass because why are you trying to kill your kids? But Gumball and Darwin end up manipulating Richard into pouring the water on himself instead of them. What a L person. Haha, now the paramedics gotta come and strip that shit off you and they couldn't even do it. Damn, you really angry as shit about that, huh? Oh, nah. And this is the moment where Richard really started to wild out.
I'm gonna
Fuck you. So Gumball and Darwin race upstairs so they can get away from their psychotic ass father. And what the hell are you niggas doing right now? You're telling me you guys stop running from your dad so you can hug and kiss in the bathtub? You, sir, are sus. So Richard breaks down the wall to the bathroom. Gumball and Darwin run downstairs to hide from him. He flips over the table to get to his kids, but for a last-ditch effort, Gumball tries to squirt ketchup in his face, but ends up getting it all over himself instead. You mean to tell me you did all this shit for a prank? Well, when you put it that way, yeah, it was pretty stupid. But when have I ever done anything that was smart? You know what? You got a good point. Fuck it. Who cares? You're still a bitch, though. But poor Nicole has to come in to find out that her house is trash. I'm not gonna lie, Nicole, you could do way better. This always stressing you out. Your house is always messed up. You always gotta go to work. He doesn't do anything. So it's Nicole's birthday and everybody's excited. Her kids got her a gift, but guess what her husband got?
nothing.
So then Anais tells his dumbass that he needs to go get her a gift, but then he's like, oh, I can't go, so I have to send Gumball and Darwin to the gas. Well, let's take a pause break on this, because I need to analyze this dumbass situation. Analysis time, thank God, it's analysis. So if you didn't know, this is Gumball and Darwin. These are two cute kids. They don't have an evil bone in their body. They could do absolutely no wrong. But I would indeed be lying if I said these two aren't the dumbest niggas that I've ever seen on TV. Gumball and Darwin have collectively 2 brain cells put together. These niggas physically cannot function without each other. Or function with each other. I don't know how they do.
Oh, let's not forget the main issue that these niggas are 12.
Why would you send 12-year-olds outside in the middle of the night to a gas station? You don't know what could be lurking behind the corner. I shouldn't care more about your kids than you, Richard. But anyways, back to our regular, fuck! So Thumbprint pulls up to the gas station and he ends up robbing that hoe with a spoon. The gas station clerk ends up passing out because he's a bitch. Moving forward, Gumball and Darwin are still f***ing around inside the gas station. And they discover the Thumbprint robbing the gas station, but he ends up manipulating them into helping him steal. He hands them a bag so that they could go look for the safe so that they could put all the money in. But Gumball and Darwin, being themselves, obviously just use this time to f*** around inside the gas station. Moving forward, the donut police officer pulls up and the Thumbprint guy makes them distract him with a sausage. But when they go to hand him the glizzy, Gumball's fake mustache ends up falling inside him. What is he looking at now? Is that a donut? What? This nigga's a cannibal. We need to be putting this guy behind bars. So Gumball throws the donut outside of the gas station, and then the fat ass cop goes to chase him. Moving forward, Gumball and Darwin end up knocking over this tower of shampoo, but they discover the safe is under it. Nicole comes home and she gets surprised by Anais and Richard. Richard says that he sent Gumball and Darwin to the gas station, and this leaves her furious. So Gumball and Darwin try every which way to break into the safe, but they end up not doing it until the safe tells them that they need to say the magic word, and that's oh snap, we finna be real. Nicole and her dumbass husband pull up to the gas station, but they end up getting held up by the spoon dude, and look at Richard being himself. And as soon as Gumball and Darwin pull up to give the thief the rest of the money, they realize that he was a liar all along, and they try to evade him. They end up launching a fucking tire at this man. What kind of kids are moving forward? Richard might have a chance at redemption. He's doing it. He's gonna So the spoon man's looking for Gumball and Darwin. Wait, do you hear that? Sounds like they're on a rocket. Of course, these niggas are strapped onto a fire extinguisher like it's a rocket. Put that bitch in sport. Yo, no. So the thumbprint couldn't keep up, and he ends up smacking into the wall. Look ahead, folks. Look ahead. They died. Oh wait, never mind, they're alright. But the thumbprint ends up robbing them still of the cash by upping the pole on them, which by the way is still just a rusty spoon. So Gumball and Darwin faint from the pressure, and just before they get blicked, their mom comes in and saves the day. But because of a simple misunderstanding, Nicole gets caught with a bag and she ends up getting locked on her birthday. Why are you here? You specifically will be the last person I'd want to see. But since the donut cop found the thief, Nicole is free to go, but not before she put the hands on him. But I mean, I wouldn't really mind if Nicole tried to put the hands on me. Shit, she could do the feet too if she wanted. So Nicole passes out because Richard actually did something useful and got a job. No way. But since she has such little faith in when she tells Gumball and Darwin to look after her. But then Richard sets a bad example by telling his kids the true reason why he got the job, and that's to finesse pizza out of people's pizza boxes. Should have known it was too good to be true, and that would be the reason why your fat ass would take this job anyway. But as soon as he pulls out the lot, we know something's wrong by his bike going haywire. And Nicole has terrible premonitions throughout the entire day of Richard's job. Moving forward, we pull up to the first delivery spot, and it's a nice family full of pizzas. Alright, this delivery should be simple and easy. Yeah, they just dropped their child. Moving forward, Richard's bike starts acting up, showing that there's a lot of bad energy still in the air due to him having a job. Now we make it to the second delivery spot, where they're delivering this man a shit pizza. What is he on? Moving forward, the dude comes outside to retrieve his delivery, but as soon as he starts chowing down on this shit pizza,
At least it was organic.
this nigga dies. So Nicole is still in the house tweaking out of her mind because she can't believe that her husband has a job. So to try to relax, she turns on the news. But as soon as it opens up, we see every problem that Richard has caused so far since he's had a job. So Nicole picks up Richard's boss to make him fire him so that he doesn't warp reality anymore. How do you keep missing your turn? It's right there. Make a left. So they finally pull up, and it looks like a UFO is sucking up everything in this vicinity. Oh. So everyone makes their final attempt to try to stop Richard from delivering the pizza, but they end up being too late until we find out that Richard ate some of the pizza and made it look like shit. This was grounds enough for the boss to write him up, and he fired him from his job. Now all of reality can shift back to normal because Richard's loser ass can't keep a job. He apologizes to his family for being an utter failure, but they accept him for who he is, something that I'd never do. Yeah, so overall, I hate this nigga Richard. Like, he pisses me off thoroughly. Like, really imagine having a father. Like, imagine being around just an utter disappointment. Like, he is beyond lame, and yes, I know that this is a hating ass video, but there's a little bit of truth in this right now. He sucks. But that's what my sober mind is telling me. In part 2, I'm gonna analyze Richard while I'm off that gas. And that's just to see if my perception of him is gonna change. Am I gonna find him funnier, more relatable? Who knows? But if you did like the video, please leave a like and comment. Tell me what you thought about it. And without further ado, I'm gonna end the video here.